Welcome to When I Fell in Love with Hip Hop STL. I'm your show host, Israel Picasso. We tuning live from St. Louis, Missouri. Today's guest is, tell them your name and where you from, man.
Man, Zeus Rebel Waters, aka Rucker Puff from St. Louis, Missouri.
Yeah, man. We know, but the newer generation don't know, man. The city know, the whole city know. You well know. But for those that don't know, can you tell them about the things you experienced growing up in St. Louis, Missouri?
For me, St. Louis, man, I would say it was a lot of positives. It was a lot of negatives. You know what I'm saying? I was fortunate to grow up in a two-parent household, so I had my mother and my father. But I still experienced the streets because my daddy was in the streets. My daddy was a hustler. You know what I'm saying? And my mom always tell the story how, you know what I mean. My life was kind of like I had like both aspects of life in one household. My daddy was in the streets, and my mama was like straight about school and education. And my dad, no, is a good man, and he was a good man then too, even though he was in the streets. That was just how he fed us. You know what I mean? So growing up for me in St. Louis, I would say was very balanced because I felt like I got the best of both worlds. I learned how to navigate the streets and navigate, you know what I'm saying, the other side of the world. You know what I mean? And a lot of people, I feel like in most cases, a lot of people only get one or the other. You either straight from the streets and all you know is the streets, so you can't really navigate the other way, or you straight from Clayton and all you know is Clayton and St. Charles, and you can't navigate. You only can navigate that way. I was blessed because I was able to navigate. I was able to get both worlds.
That's real. That's some real shit right there, man. Now, for those that don't know, or can you represent, talk where you represent the part of St. Louis that you came from, or that
I
you journeyed?
Yeah, I came from a neighborhood. I was born and raised in a neighborhood called the Pastures. The Pastures is known as like Highview. Highview is one of the communities that's owned by Hood, kind of like Kenlock,
Yeah,
Pagedale, Elmwood. We was pretty much the same thing as Kenlock. You know what I'm saying? It's basically folks. You know what I'm saying? Our parents all grew up in the Vines and the Pruitt Igos, and they had the opportunity to move to the county for like low income family housing, and that's where I grew up. So it just happened to be in the county, but it was, it was still like being in the city
yeah,
because everybody shit there from the projects is just
yeah,
everybody in the county.
yeah.
You know what I'm
That's real. That's real. Now, how
saying?
did you get the name Rucker Puff, man?
When in my neighborhood, my homeboy Mario, they used to call me Puff. You know what I'm saying? Just because I was fat boy, and
Yeah,
I just embraced after being called Puff and it being the Joan. I just decided to embrace it, and my original rap name is Ruckus. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just put both of them together. Rucker, Puff, my street name.
that's hard. That's hard. That's hard. That's
Yeah,
hard. I ain't quit. You just told me something. That's hard.
yeah.
Okay, so when did you fall in love with hip hop?
Man, I fell in love with hip hop and music period just at an early age, man. That's how me and my dad connected. I used to love just riding his Benz, and he'd be, what I'm saying, bumping some Run DMC. I might be showing my age talking about Run DMC, but playing some Run DMC or some NWA, some Public Enemy, you know what I'm saying? And then he'll go from
Yeah.
there to playing some country records, and you know what I'm saying. My daddy straight in his bands, he trapping nigga. He got country songs playing. So
Okay,
um,
yeah, he was very that was universal. He was giving you that universal gift that you got now.
yeah. So I think it definitely resonate in my music today. I think my childhood experiences people can tell. So that's why it's so easy and comfortable for me to do rock music and do all different genres because shit, I was a hood dude, what I'm saying, from the hood, but shit, I came up listening to all that shit. And then on top of that, to that point, black people created rock music and shit anyway. So,
That's real. Hey, I tell people the same thing, man. We created everything for real. If you want to be, we created it all.
there you
The
go.
first ones
There
that
you go.
exist on this planet.
There you go. We created it all. So when I heard brothers and sisters say like, this and that is white people music and that kind of stuff, that's crazy. And we definitely got to change the narrative. And I feel like if we change the narrative, we'll be able to,
Your mic went out. You cut your mic out. You cut your mic
can you
out.
hear
Yeah.
can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. That's my daughter steady calling. Goddamn kids, man. You know how they go. Let me
Oh man,
send her a
ain't no
text.
wrong with it, man. Hey, that show you a
Send her
family
that
man.
text.
That's real.
Yeah, send that text. Let her know I'm doing my for the love of hip hop, baby.
Yeah, when I fell in
Yeah,
love with hip hop, best to yell. Y'all heard it?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, let's get back to that. Now this next question I want to ask you, man. What was the first record you can say that made you man you is today as far as in the music industry? Like where you at right now? What was the record that
Uh,
solidified you?
well, I would say and that's a two-part question for me. I would say definitely the song I put out in like 2003 was called "Angry." That was my first song that ever breathed on the radio, and it actually got in a rotation on Q95.5. If you remember Q95, I'm not sure,
Yep.
but
Yep.
that was like the first big record for me. And then from that record on a national level, I would say doing the song 4 years later, about 2007, with Mac 10 was the song that I had out with Mac 10 and Nate Dogg called "Like This," which I posted
Rest
on
up,
my
Nate Dogg. Rest up, Nate Dogg.
yeah
Yeah,
yeah
yeah.
yeah. So
Shout out
I
to
would
Mac 10.
say
Shout out to Mac 10.
yep, shout out to One Up. So I would say those two records pretty much like were the foundation of my career and me being the artist that I am today.
Okay, okay. So when you first started, you were more of a rapper. Now you have a unique sound like that nobody can mimic. Like, how did you start that sound? Like you pretty much summed it up, like summed it up. But like, how did you start it? Like, what made you say, "Damn, I don't want to rap no more. I want to be Rucker Puff, but I want to turn into this little alter ego, Zeus Rebels." What made you turn over into that alter ego?
Man, I think it was growth. I feel like it was growth in music. It was just maturity. It was just I mean, you got to think, bro. I mean, shit, like you, like anybody else, what we do at 21, we don't do the same thing at 31 and 41,
That's real.
and that, so
That's
on and
real.
so forth. So for me, it was just growth. It's like, and I feel like, uh, music is the art of storytelling. But for me, I have an intimate relationship with music. So for me, music is always about my, experiences, things that I'm going through right at the moment. So if I ain't like fighting niggas in the club or beating niggas up or stealing off on niggas, like I can't, or if I ain't selling dope no more, I ain't making records about that. For me, that don't make sense. You see what I'm saying? I gotta
That's real.
talk
That's
about
real.
what I'm doing at this point. So all the Rucker Puff stuff was like that. I mean, it was fun. It was fighting. I mean, I still have fun now, but it was records about the strippers and all the different stuff we was dealing with. Which I did make a song. The love record kind of
No, no,
referenced
no,
them
we're gonna talk
too.
about that. We're gonna talk about that record, man. I got a
Okay,
question
okay.
about that record. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I just feel like it's just growth, maturity, and just growth in music. I had an interview with my homeboy, what I'm saying, with the Big Dog podcast. We was talking about. I felt like how when Jordan first came in the league, he was just talking on niggas, tongue out, tongue out. Then years later, after the championships, he was still the same Jordan, but he just played different. It was more finesse. It was,
Elevated, yeah. It
you
wasn't
know what
no
I'm saying?
need for all of that. He know himself enough. It's like he know how to control. He know how to turn it on and off. Put it like that.
There you go. So that's how I am with my music. I know how to turn it on and off. You know what I'm saying? I can make 50 records like the records that's out today if that's what I want to do. But for me, it's about changing the narrative and challenging myself and creating something new for people to follow.
That's real. That's real. So let's talk about that record, Love, man. Who produced that record and what made you create that record, man?
Man, you know what? Love was kind of like a fluke song in a positive way, not a negative way. I really was just kind of like making the record kind of like playing, you know what I mean? And the track pros produced it, and the song just kind of took off, and it's been taking off. I mean, it's on 104.1 every day. Other cities have played it, like Chicago, some of the strip clubs in Florida. Shout out to DJ Diggum in Tampa, Florida. So that record just kind of like created a life of its own, man. And that's sometimes I guess that happens with music.
Yeah, it's a dope record. I ain't gonna lie. You killed that motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie. You real
Right
versatile.
on.
I give it to you, man. I give it to you. You real versatile, man. And the energy was great. You had a great energy on the song, man. Anytime I hear
Right
your
on.
music, I know I'm gonna have good energy because I'm listening to it, so I know it's gonna come back to me. So that's what music is. It's frequency. It's energy. You know what I'm saying? And
No,
that's what you put out in
yeah.
your music. That's real.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. So now you do a lot of community reviving. So can you speak about what led you to, be so much so active in the community like you are? For real.
Yeah,
I see
I've
what
been
you
like
doing.
that all my life, man. That was one of the things that my mom always did. My mom worked at like Kingdom House and the Peabody Projects. She'd have worked at the Quarry Square Village. So in a weird way, I kind of grew up with a lot of them cats because shit, after school, if I couldn't go home, I was down in the projects with them because my mama was at work. You know what I'm saying? So that's been something that's been in our family for a long time. Just human services and doing stuff in the community. So I've been doing that all my life. I did some school teaching at the Normandy School District. I've always been worked for like summer camps in the summertime. So now it's just I finally have like the business aspect of it done while I officially have a 501c3. But I've been doing stuff in the community all my life though.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's acts of Christ, man.
Yeah,
That's what Christ to do. That's real. That's the shit that we supposed to be on. And I
got to,
feel like
got
we
to.
we need more people in St. Louis like that. We need more of that. I be on the same thing. I just don't. Sometimes I don't put it on. People don't know about it. We all should be on there though. We should. Everybody that's on there should be on there. Some people that don't give a fuck, but the people that do
Yeah.
give a fuck, all should be on there for real and set
No,
an
I
example.
100% agree, bro. Yeah, it's not. It ain't enough of it, and we, especially as artists and podcasters and just black men, period, don't even understand. Like a lot of these young cats, they don't have no positive male figure. You know what I'm saying? But I think we misconcept the word positive, and we start feeling like, oh, nigga, I ain't been walking her and had no suit on and be talking to these kids like I don't do. Nah, it ain't about that. Like when I taught in the Normandy school district, I went to school, man. I had my chains on. Like I went to school like me. You know what I'm saying? And obviously it was a battle with the staff, but the kids still love me to this day, and I still got great relationship with my students, and I cash app them if I can help them find employment. I do that. So it's like my point is, I just feel like we can still be ourselves, man, and be giving back because that's what they want anyway. I said some on my Instagram, like, what if you went to school, nigga, and like somebody like Kodak was your teacher, Kodak Black was your teacher, nigga, you a hella listen to history class, you gonna be like, bruh, this nigga. You see what I'm saying? So we had to understand that we hold the key for real, bro. Like we really hold the key, and we are really the ones that can really empower the world. So we just got to get to a point, man, where we understand that, and I think it'll make shit better for our community for sure.
That's real. That's real. Now look, today I'm feeling okay, but sometimes there's a lot of people that's not feeling okay. So the record that I heard you do, I'm not okay. What was the motivation behind that record, man? That's a crazy ass record, man. I feel like you used your versatility skills and you did some amazing shit on that, man. Like, can you talk about that record? I'm not okay, and who produced that record?
Yeah, I'm not okay. It's produced by 15-year-old producer out of Denver, Colorado. His name is Blue Strips, man. I met him on the Murphy Lee tour when I was out there.
Okay.
Incredible young man. And the record is just about going out one day, or having that time that you go out and you just have way too much goddamn fun. And you like, man, I got to call somebody to come get me, dog. Like, I don't know if you ever had one of them nights where you was like, it ain't no way that I'm gonna be able to
Yeah,
get in
yeah. I'm
this
not
car.
okay today. I need somebody to come get me. Yeah, I didn't have too many
Yeah,
blunts, too many this, too many that. Yeah,
yeah,
come get me.
yeah. Yeah, for sure. So that's what the record is about. It's really just a self-explanatory song, you know what I mean? And just having a little fun with it and blending those genres together with hip hop and a little country, a little rock, and just
So
we
do
just
you
bashing it.
do you do the guitar and shit? You know how to play the guitar too?
Man, I'm okay. I ain't good enough to go straight. You know what I'm saying? Crazy all by
Yeah, yeah,
myself.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna get better. That's one of my goals that I'm working on, man. Is
That's what's
becoming
up.
better at the guitar. Man. I gotta stop bullshit for real.
Yeah, yeah. You'll get it. I know you'll get it because you got this shit, man. You do this shit. Now, how did you get the name Zeus Rebels Waters, man? Where you come up with that shit though? That's
Uh,
crazy.
well, Waters is my last name. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I see now.
And water
Now
is
what I
life.
Yeah, not what culture, not what our culture is much, but I see with their culture. You know what I'm saying? they do something that leave that legacy that like lasts forever. Like we look at all these companies out here that you know what I'm saying that other races own. It's their last names. So I said when I start doing shit from here on out, you know what I'm saying, to leave generational wealth for my kids, I'm gonna start using my last name too. So my last name can mean something. So I added the waters in there. Rebel was just because I feel like I'm always going against the grain and kind of doing what I feel is right. So that's where the rebel come from. And Zeus is just I feel like what I'm saying, I'm a god. I feel like we are gods, and it's the power in my music. You know what I mean? It's powerful, and I feel like it's motivational, inspirational. So Zeus Rebel Waters.
That's real. That's real. I am that I am. I am that I am. Now, in that video, I'm not okay. You displayed some acting skill. Did you always have
Yeah.
acting skills, man? Did you always have that type of talent?
uh, You know what, man? A lot of times, I'm one of them people, man, where I just kind of go off the fly, man. I'm not really afraid to try new stuff, and I've always wanted to act for sure. So, I feel like to speak it in existence, not to disrespect people that really like put years and years and years into acting, but to speak it into existence, I am an actor. I'm an actor. You know what I'm saying? And
That's
and
real.
I'll
That's,
be
real.
I'll be
That's
I'll be
cool.
a phenomenal actor. You know what I'm saying at some point.
Cool.
So
That's cool.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so now let me ask you: Do you got a top five favorite artists?
My favorite artist top five. This is not in specific order, but I would go jumping off the bat. I go Biggie Smalls. Uh, I go Pac. I go Busta Rhymes. I'll go Journey, the band from the '80s, and I say Bruno Mars.
Oh, okay, okay, that's hard. That's hard. Okay, so let me ask you, man, what do you feel about the St. Louis music scene right now?
I feel like we've always had great music in St. Louis. We've always had great artists. I mean, we come from man, Chuck Berry, Ike and Tina Turner, man. We've had amazing, amazing artists come out of our city, and we got amazing artists now. I feel like what we lack is in the business aspect. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, if there was like a worldwide competition and it was like, and this might be an idea, bro, but if it was like a St. Louis versus Detroit, and then it's like a big tournament of every city, I'm confident that we would definitely like be would reign supreme as a city is music, but
Oh
our
yeah,
business is just our business is not where it's supposed to be, and that's just because
oh,
I don't feel like enough business people um, educating us and helping us. So
that's real. That's real. Now I had a chance to watch you actually. We're gonna get back to acting. I had a chance to actually watch the movie Plastic Dreams, man. How did you start that? Did you name the movie, or how did you come up with this movie? And man, talk about it, man. We want to hear about this, man.
uh,
Because the movie I
well,
watched it like twice.
okay, there. That's what's up. Yeah, well, I've been writing scripts too for a while. So during the pandemic, I wrote about 7 scripts, and I got a couple TV shows. So I got a lot of content, man, that I look forward to putting out. It's just timing for everything. I'm just trying to make sure that I can complete this task of these 3 things, and I go to the next 3 things. But the movie Plastic Dreams. The funny part about the title is I actually like did a poll on Facebook. So if y'all ever see me asking questions on what y'all think, like, the people opinion matters to me. So some random person on Facebook actually came up with the title. I gave a description of what it was about, and people put what they thought the title should be. So shout out to the brother from Facebook that helped me come up with the title of Plastic Dream.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Now, what advice can you give to the younger generation, man, that following your footsteps?
I would say, man, definitely be your be yourself. I mean, I know that's kind of seems like a cliche thing to say, but that's really a real thing, man. I think we get super caught up into being like trying to be like somebody else, or we get caught up in you know trying to match our environment. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like you don't really have to. You know what I'm saying? Like I give an idea. This is just a quick analogy. How like I grew up in the county, right? Okay, and then but all my partners was in the city. All my best friends lived on Simple, lived on the west side, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And although in our mind in St. Louis,
Shout
we
out to
think
the
all
West
nigga from
Side.
the city. Shout out to the
Well,
West Side, yes sir, right there at that yellow Chinaman right there. I used to be right there.
oh yeah,
But
that's
the
my
thing
area.
is,
Oh, that's my area. I
yeah,
was
man,
raised in Providence
that's
Center.
where I was at.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
So, but just because I think we just misconstrued, man, that you not really tougher because you live in the city than the
At
county, and that
all,
has
at
always
all.
been a
Hey, you
misconception.
gotta be
You know
an
what I
individual. It's you as an
mean? Yeah.
individual. It's who you are.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I just feel like it's a lot of misconceptions, man. And you know, but back to the original point, I would say be yourself. I would say making sure that you keep a good team around you, a good core of people, because certain people around you, man, could destroy your whole situation. And I'm sure you can speak to that too. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure,
That's
nigga, you
real.
done live like I do. So
I'm glad you
yeah,
said you real. You real. That's real. Now I
yeah.
gotta ask you, how did you get connected with the West Coast, man? Mac 10, Nate Dogg. How did you do that, man?
My business partner filmed a movie, and Mac 10, they had Mac 10 in the movie. So what they did was I was doing the show. Have you been to the African Palace before on West Florissant?
Yeah, yeah, I know you at. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
So I was having a party at the African Palace, and they was taking a break from filming, and they brought Mac 10 to the African Palace. True story, man. And he came in the club. He seen me perform at the African fucking Palace on West Florissant, bro. And that shit went from there to BT to 106 Park and all that shit just from there, man.
Man, that's what's up, man. Congratulations, man. I'm proud of you, man. You doing what you're supposed to do, man. You putting on for the city, man. For real, for real.
Yeah, I
Now,
appreciate you. I appreciate
oh, that's all love. That's all love, man. That's what we doing when I fell in love with hip hop. We show love to all the artists, man. We get them their flowers while they still here. All of that. We do that in our city. We don't gotta, you don't gotta go out of St. Louis. We still here. We show love
it. Yeah,
here. You know.
yeah.
Now I gotta ask, man, how much for bookings and features?
Oh man, for bookings, they just got to hit the number up, man, and we can get it all figured out. 314-374-3307. You know what I'm saying? Or 314-616-8966. You know what I'm saying? Just hit up my booking folks, man, and let's get it popping, man. I would love to work with everybody, man, and come to your city if possible, for sure.
For sure, for sure. How can you be reached via social media?
Zeus Rebel Waters on everything, man. You can stream the music under that. You can Google me under that. Zeus Rebel REBLWATERS right here. My brother got it on the screen. That's it right there.
Okay, okay. Is that the same thing for the movie? If
Yeah,
they
the
want
movie. If yeah, just go to YouTube. You put my name in, and yeah, you will see like all my videos, the movies. You know what I'm saying? Everything you can click on. We got a lot of great things happening. A lot of stuff coming up. I definitely want to tell people to support my nonprofit foundation, the Stars in the Sky Foundation. We gearing up to take a group of kids to Memphis during MLK weekend in January to take them to the Lorraine Motel. So that's going to be a big thing. Um, we got a big concert November 13th at the Ready Room, and right before that, we're doing a brunch. And all of these events, the proceeds benefit the trip that we taking. So we just encouraging everybody to come out and support those events, support the foundation. Obviously, we got the donuts popping. So if you want some donuts, hit me up. You know what I'm saying? If you got an event or something like that, we got the sweet waters. And that's what we doing, man. More to come. A lot on the way. A lot on the way.
that's real. That's real. You got any merch you want to represent before we get out of here?
Yeah, we got the merch too. If you go on my page and just DM me, I actually just posted some hoodies and some different designs, new designs that we dropped. So anybody that's watching, just go on my page, my Instagram page, and if you see something you like, man, DM me, man. We straight. We ain't gonna see you on the website. We gonna keep it straight personal. We gonna like family. You gonna order it, and I'm gonna personally ship that shit to you, just like that. Yes, sir.
That's real. That's real. All right, so we finna get out of here, man. I appreciate you coming on the platform. Much love, much gratitude, man.
Yeah, yeah. I appreciate you, man. Y'all keep on supporting this brother. You doing dope things, man. I done seen you go from somebody in St. Louis to interviewing somebody all the way over here in stars and old schools and pimps and everybody. So that's dope, bro. Keep it going, man. We support when I fell in love with hip hop. STL.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. We out here.
Yeah, yeah.